I don't got time to be here, man. If you can, just do your job or do whatever you're doing or something, man. But I don't really care what you do, man. It's not my
I'd love to do my job, but part of my
not my
job is to
job,
make
dog. It's not
sure.
my fucking job, all right? I don't give a fuck what you look like. You know what I'm saying? Your job is.
We've got two absolutely wild court hearings for you today, and things get out of hand fast. First up, we got a defendant who completely loses control, cussing out the judge, throwing a full-blown tantrum, and acting like the courtroom is their personal stage. But here's the thing. Judges have every right to hold someone in contempt when they disrespect the court, and this judge definitely doesn't hold back. Was the judge being fair? Or did the defendant just push things way too far? Let us know what you think in the comments. But for now, let's jump into this meltdown of a courtroom moment. Ask ChatGPT.
Judge of Potter County Court of Law number 1. I'm going to be hearing your case today. I've reviewed your plea papers, Mr. Rico. It appears to me you're ready to waive all your constitutional rights in exchange for a plea bargain agreement. But you do have an absolute constitutional right to appear in my open courtroom and face your accusers. Or you could also choose not to use that right as well and agree to appear by video. Are you agreeing to appear by video?
If I can, man, you can just like figure it out in court and I
Are
guess
you saying you don't want to do this on video?
I'm not trying to be in court hearing and doing stuff on here. I just ain't got
Mr.
time.
Rico, it's real simple.
I don't got time to be here, man. If you can, just do your job or do whatever you're doing or something, man. But I don't really care what you do, man. It's not my
I'd love to do my job, but part of my
not my
job is
job,
making
dog. It's not
sure
my fucking job, all right? I don't give a fuck what you look like. You know what I'm saying? Your job is
Court's
gay as fuck.
adjourned. I'm going to hold you in contempt.
Hey,
There'll be
bro,
a
I
hundred
don't give
dollar
a fuck
fine.
what you talking about,
Remove the
man. All right?
individual.
I don't give a fuck what you talking about, man.
Bye.
So, dude, get a job. You be free, go. He's better.
Well, do we need to preserve this as evidence now since that's resisting? All right, don't delete the YouTube video. That's unfortunate. Hey, Ethan, keep them coming, man.
I apologize, Your Honor.
Oh, it's not your fault. That's part of our part and parcel. Boy, he's so little, and look how much people he's got. Could you please put him, Miss Morris, on a transport next time so we can get it done? Boy, if that's not the funnest name I've said all day. Man, it's too bad Mr. Rico could have gone home today. He decided he'd rather stay.
You might have got a new prosecutor today.
Well, it's all live. You saw him fight the deputy. Technically, he's under arrest in a jail.
That did not end well for Mr. Rico. Honestly, I have no clue what he was thinking walking into that hearing. Like, seriously, did he really think cussing out the judge was going to help his case? He was clearly not operating with a full deck. I don't know if he's dealing with something mentally or just totally unhinged, but there's no universe where that kind of outburst was going to work in his favor. Judges aren't just going to sit there and take that kind of disrespect, especially not in their own courtroom. That had to be one of the wildest hearings I've seen in a while. He just came out swinging, throwing out profanity like it was a boxing match instead of a legal proceeding. You usually get sovereign citizen nonsense in these situations, but this was next-level chaos. Anyway, let's move on to another explosive courtroom moment. Believe it or not, this next one might be even crazier. In this hearing, the defendant actually confesses right to the judge's face, and it is wildly entertaining. Let me know what you thought of the first meltdown, but for now, let's jump into part 2.
On 2 charges. The first is malicious mischief in the 3rd degree. It's a gross misdemeanor subject to 364 days in jail and a $5,000 fine. Second is harassment domestic violence. That's also a gross misdemeanor subject to 364 days in jail and a $5,000 fine. Because the charges have domestic violence enhancements, they are something where if you're convicted of them, it would result in your inability to possess firearms.
I don't own a firearm. That's what I
Okay.
told
Again,
him.
I have to let everybody know whether you have guns or not.
So I was denied due process. I have paperwork that proves that I owned the car before I was married. So therefore the car is mine. And no, since we're in separation, No judge has divided property yet. So technically the car is still mine. So I wrote on my own car. That's a fact. Here's the paperwork. I
We're
sit
not
down at
having
the
a
bank.
trial today.
Well-
We're having your arraignment.
Okay.
You're entering a not guilty plea.
I was denied
You've
due
told me-
process,
hold on,
sir.
Hold on.
You said I could
You've told,
speak.
no, I
didn't want
didn't.
to
I said you should exercise your right to remain
I choose
silent.
not to, sir.
Your attorney, if they were saying there, would not have you making factual statements on the record.
That's my discretion, sir. Because I believe there's Fourth Amendment charges. I was denied all kinds of rights, and I will be coming back with a vengeance. I have
Are you
paperwork.
threatening the court?
I am not threatening the court anything. I'm not threatening anybody.
You just-
I have the
you
right
said
to
you were
sue.
coming
I have
back
the
with
right.
a
I have the
vengeance.
right to sue this city, and that's what I just said. So if you want to take that farther than that, that's up to you. I did not say that. I'm
You
making
said
it
you are
clear.
coming back with a vengeance.
With an attorney.
On
It
the
doesn't have
record,
anything to do
yeah.
with me. That's not a threat to you. The city. I said I'm suing the city. So you do what you want today. Go ahead and hold me in contempt. Go ahead. I'm suing the city. I will be suing the city. If you don't take that as a threat, then that's fine. I will be talking to the city attorney. I've already talked to the city. I'm talking to people. I talked to the police chief already.
Yeah, I've seen how you've conducted yourself. so
Yeah,
far.
that's right. Because I'm being wronged. It's my house. She had no business being there, and she hasn't even lived there for 6 months. She hasn't paid a bill for 8 months. She can't just come there. I have rights.
You do?
Just because she's entitled to
So
be
again,
able to
we've-
be on the
again,
property
we've
doesn't
talked
mean
about-
she can just come.
We've discussed your rights today. We're not going to litigate your case today.
Do I have the option to
This is-
speak with the city attorney
This
as
is a
well?
criminal court.
Do I have the option to speak with the city
Not once
attorney?
you say you're going to be hiring an attorney.
Do I have the option to speak with the city attorney? I'm not hiring an
Not
attorney.
today.
I want to speak with the city attorney.
Not today.
Okay, when would I be able to do that?
That's me, sir, and I will give you my card.
Okay,
But we do have some release conditions we will be requesting.
Okay. Go ahead, Ms. Carmen.
Yes, Your Honor. We are requesting a formal no contact order with victim notification.
it should have been me filing.
Both.
She's
Please,
harassed
sir.
me.
Please, sir,
So, what do you guys think so far? Are you buying this guy's story? Or does he come off like a textbook domestic abuser trying to talk his way out of trouble? Personally, I'm picking up some serious arrogance from him. He's strutting around the courtroom like confidence alone is going to save him, but spoiler alert, it definitely doesn't. In fact, he ends up confessing to something pretty awful, and the judge's reaction? Absolutely priceless. Honestly, I'm just sitting here wondering what this guy could possibly be thinking. I say this a lot, but seriously, how do we have this many people walking into court totally unprepared, saying the wildest stuff, and expecting it to go their way? Like, ever heard of getting a lawyer? Bring your best evidence, make an actual argument, something. Because whatever he's doing right now, it's not working. And just reading the judge's body language alone, you can already tell this isn't going to end well. But enough of me ranting. Let's get back into it and watch how this whole mess unfolds.
the facts of this case are highly concerning with regard to the threats that were made. These folks are in the midst of a dissolution. Statistically, through peer-reviewed literature, that is one of the highest risk times for partners who are splitting for domestic
Well, what about the
violence.
time I got punched in the chest 5 times? Nobody did anything about that, and I reported it to the officer. Upon arrest, I told him 2.5 months ago, I've been punched in the chest. I will take a lie detector test for that and pay for it. And I received
At this point,
nothing.
the city attorney's making her release recommendation. You need to let her finish.
I was denied due process. You guys didn't take my complaint. So you didn't even take my complaint. And then you don't want me to call it racism. You didn't even take my complaint.
The only thing we are doing today, sir, is you have entered a not
Well, there
guilty
should be
plea.
equal treatment under the law, and I have not
We're not
received that.
litigating your case today. I've already told you that. You've seen every other person come up here. I've entered not guilty pleas. I've set
Well, I
release
want to put this in the record is, can I give this to the attorney so she can follow up on this? This is my proof that the car is mine. I don't go to her. I am at my house. She came to me. I never go to her. So why is the order
Please-
against me when I
please
don't
let-
even deal with her?
Please let the city attorney finish her recommendation. So we're walking on a very fine line right here with your conduct in court today.
Okay, I'll stop. Sorry.
Thank you.
don't even go to Oregon, sir.
I will
She lives in
add,
Oregon.
I will add, because Mr. Briggs has brought it up, we are not seeking to remove him from the home that he is residing in.
How you gonna, she don't even live there. Are you kidding me? She doesn't live there. I paid the mortgage there for the last for 4 years. I paid the mortgage, and I can prove that.
Mr. Briggs.
You're gonna remove me from my home? What are you talking
I'm
about?
saying she is not.
Why are you even saying that?
Because
She don't live there. Her address is in Oregon. Why are you even?
The more this guy talks, the clearer it gets. He desperately needs a lawyer. It's obvious he has no idea what's going on, and you can just imagine how frustrating this must be for the judge. Like, seriously, if you're going to represent yourself, the bare minimum is understanding what's actually happening in your own hearing. Honestly, I'm torn. Do you guys think he might be mentally ill, or is he just putting on an act to try and get some sympathy? I can't tell if he's genuinely confused or just playing dumb, but either way, it's a train wreck. Let's jump back in, because this guy is about to drop a confession that changes everything. Ask ChatGPT.
Briggs has brought it up. We are not seeking to remove him from the home that he is residing in.
How you gonna? She don't even live there. Are you kidding me?
Your Honor, the reason that I'm bringing this up is that the victim has requested a civil standby so that she can go get her personal belongings from the home.
Property has not been divided by the court. She has her personal items and her personal belongings. And then the court has to divide the property. That's what I've been waiting for. I've encouraged her to file the divorce papers, sir.
I will be finished here shortly, Your Honor. The proposed NCO that we have drafted after contacting Battleground to make sure this is something that they could do.
That's against the law. No way.
Is that she can call for a civil standby where they would go to Mr. Briggs' home. She has the same 15 to 20.
She can't come there and just take whatever she wants out of the home. It hasn't been divided by the divorce court. I believe she's demonically possessed by the Jezebel spirit. So I don't want her around me. There's a visceral reaction that I haven't felt around a person in many years. If I'm from here to her, I want to throw up. I literally cannot be around her. And I've required that she not come to the house. She came to the house because I refused to get the HELOC with her to help her pay off her bills. So she came to the house the next day, and then that's when everything started. I was sitting there with my brother-in-law, drinking beer by myself, like I always do. I didn't go to her. She came to my house. And she has forfeited, I haven't proved it, but she's forfeited her right to the property. She hasn't paid a single bill there in 8 months. And when she left, the moment that she took her and got a new bank account at Columbia Credit Union, that's the day of separation. That was over 8 months ago. She cannot just come to that property.
I have jurisdiction for a victim to be able to retrieve property.
What would I be keeping from her, sir? She has all of her clothing. There's a table and a side table in the bedroom. That's all that's there, and whatever's in the garage. I haven't kept her from anything. I'm trying not to kill.
There it is.
He really should not have said that.
The moment those words left his mouth, you could just feel the case crashing down on him. This guy is absolutely done for, and the judge is about to let him have it. Like, seriously, out of all the things to say in court to defend yourself, that word? You just don't go there. He's been trying to argue that he's not guilty, playing the innocent card, and then he completely blows it with one ridiculous statement. It's like he has no clue how deep in trouble he really is. At this point, it honestly feels like he's more interested in arguing with his ex than proving anything to the court. And all he's doing is digging himself deeper. You've got to imagine the judge is sitting there thinking, why did I even waste time listening to this guy? You'd think anyone in this situation would just keep their mouth shut, especially when the tide is clearly turning against them. But nope, not this guy. So what do you think? Does he seem innocent to you? Or has he already sealed his fate? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and let's dive back into the madness.
To me.
Okay, so Your Honor,
Okay.
That's not.
I
Now hold on.
would actually ask he be held on $10,000 bail.
Listen, sir. Listen.
You can't. Say
I'm not saying it like that. I'm saying that I've tried to keep her away because of violence. I don't
Very
want.
much keeping with statements. that
Oh
were
my
made
God.
at
Do
the
you
scene.
understand? Does anybody
Yeah,
understand?
take
I
him into
didn't
custody.
never touch her.
Officers, take him into custody.
I never touched her. I didn't want to harm her. That's what I've been doing the whole time. Man, I'm getting crunk down here and it's gonna be on. This is prejudice and
Okay,
racist as hell.
I'd like no bail.
You're racist.
Well,
I have
he
not
just
done
threatened-
anything to her.
He just threatened to get crunk on the court.
So what? What is that? So you're taking away my freedom of speech? I can't express myself now?
Can't
I
threaten.
haven't committed any crime. I haven't touched anybody.
All right. So
I don't want her at the house. That's what I've tried to avoid.
at this stage, we're gonna set Mr.
Ain't never,
Briggs.
she punched me in the chest. I'm prosecuting her, so you take that. I want to see somebody about that right
We're gonna
now.
set Mr. Briggs.
And I'm pressing charges on her.
Out 1 week.
She punched me 5 times and I will take a lie detector and pay for it.
We're gonna
Can I
set
speak to
Mr.
somebody
Briggs
and
over
press
to
charges
the
on her?
12th of December,
You know
2024
what I'm saying?
at
Hey, you know
8:30
what? My
a.m.
shoulder, I'm in, women's comp.
The release conditions in place are to violate no laws, appear at all mandatory court dates, notify the court of any change of address or phone number. I'm signing off on a standalone no contact
So
order.
I said I didn't want to kill her and I've never threatened to kill her. I'm just expressing to you that I don't want any bodily harm towards her. And you're arresting me for that. And it's a freedom of speech. I didn't touch her. I've never put a hand on her. She punched me. Can I press charges? Can I see someone to press charges on her right now? Your Honor? Your Honor?
This is your arraignment today, sir, on criminal charges. You've made a number of threats on a recorded
I
record.
didn't make any
I
threats
told
to
you-
anybody.
Well, we'll listen
How is
back.
that a threat? Freedom of speech. I didn't threaten anybody. I didn't say I want to kill her. I said I don't want to.
Sure. Well, we'll listen to what they say on the record. You're being recorded. I told you to remain silent.
Well,
Your
hey,
choice.
I knew you was gonna do this. I knew you was gonna wait till I slipped and then you was gonna throw me in jail, and that's fine. Because I'm coming with Trump. That's not a threat. That's my personal lawyer that I'm gonna get to fight you guys
When
with.
people threaten killing someone on the record, sir, I take
I
that
didn't threaten to
extremely
kill her.
seriously.
That was not a threat to kill her. I didn't say I'm going to
We're
kill her.
recording.
I said I don't want to, and
That's
that wasn't
fine.
even, that was just a figure of speech.
It's recorded.
I don't
Okay.
care if it's recorded.
We're on intensive pretrial release. At this time, I'm going to impose bail in the amount of $25,000.
And then, Your Honor, if it is posted, could we have the victim notification?
Victim
requirement?
notification will be put in place.
Thank you.
This is a railroad, man. I'm telling you.
What an absolute train wreck. Honestly, this might be one of the dumbest defendants I've ever covered on this channel. The guy literally just confessed in open court to thinking about harming his ex. Like, what was he even thinking? He's standing in front of a judge and just blurts that out. It really doesn't get more self-destructive than that. At this point, I can't even tell if he was trying to gain sympathy or if he's just completely lacking self-awareness. Maybe a bit of both. But come on, who hands the court a confession on a silver platter and thinks that's going to help their case? What do you guys think? Was this guy totally clueless, or did he do it on purpose? Personally, I'm leaning hard toward clueless. If you were in his shoes, wouldn't you just keep your mouth shut and let a lawyer do the talking? Literally anyone with common sense would have known better. Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Was this guy just dumb, reckless, or something else entirely? That's going to wrap it up for me today. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want more wild courtroom moments, make sure to like and subscribe. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.